Hi, I'm Julia.
And I'm Olivia.
Welcome back to the Hive, or if you're new, welcome. By clicking on this episode, you've entered our Hive, a space where we can all geek out about movies, TV, books, music, celebrities, and decide whether our topic of the week is a pop culture high or low. This is Hives and Lows.
Okay, we haven't done this in 2 weeks. So,
So we got to get back
so we have to
into.
get back into it, yeah, because the last two episodes we were together.
Yeah,
I missed you, by the way.
I miss you
I
too.
was like, "Oh my gosh, I
We're
don't get
not
to
going to be able
see
to do
Julia."
it.
um, but did you see? You did see I uploaded the Venom TikTok.
That's my
Yeah,
favorite thing ever.
yeah. I was like, yes, we got a good thing out of the LA. We got a lot of
Venom.
good things out of it,
We
but
we did, but the best
the best thing
thing was
was
the
the Venom
Venom.
TikTok.
Everywhere I
Um,
go, I see his face, and then it's Venom.
um, okay, we got things to catch up on. Um, and I just want to say this. We're going to be a place of good vibes. So even though something real rough happened and very stressful, uh, we're gonna try to be just a space where we can all just, have a good time, have good vibes. Um, so let's talk
Let's.
about good things. um, so some Marvel trailers drop.
Yeah, yeah. I
Yes.
was. Yeah. You can. You start off because you're our Marvel.
Yeah. Captain America trailer. I don't know what happened first actually, because I had kind of a hectic. My week was a blur.
I think
For
that one was first because I saw a tweet making fun of the poster before the
for
Thunderbolts.
for
Yeah. For
Captain America. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I am excited for it. It does look very good. The trailer looks great, and I love Sam. so,
yeah.
so I'm like, everything's looking up, and then people are like, I don't know, when people dog on like the VFX and stuff, I'm just like, yeah. We've gotten to the point to where it's like everything has to look 100% real or it's horrible, and I'm like, guys.
Also, like, I feel like instead of just saying, "Oh, the VFX looks so bad," it should be, "Oh, the VFX artist should probably get more money and time to work on
Exactly.
this than just like whatever."
Exactly.
So,
Yeah, and, like, also, I don't think Red Hulk looks bad at all, but some of the scenes that were shown in the trailer, people are like, "This looks kinda bad," like, the way that, like, Sam lands and stuff, and I'm like, "I don't guys, is this gonna impact your viewing experience?" Like
if we're saying the two worst things about that movie so far is a certain character being included, and the second of all, Harrison Ford's haircut, and that's it.
Yes. Yes, the haircut is rough. The haircut's rough. Um I don't like it. We say, uh,
I said it when we were in the I don't know which movie we were
I
seeing
think it
together.
was The
I
Apprentice,
think it
which
was The
is very
Apprentice.
funny
And I
that
think
played
and
before.
they just kept like showing his hair and I was like, "Oh, that looks a little rough. It looks like some toddler like got scissors and
Yeah.
just like."
You know what's great though? I like to see Harrison Ford excited about something because he usually isn't, and he is very excited about this. And
Yeah,
I'm like, "Good for him.
good for
Good
him.
for him."
The only things that I've ever seen him excited for are Indiana Jones and this in like Red Hulk.
Well, he hates Star Wars.
Oh no, he despises Star Wars. And you
And
know
I'm
what?
like,
Good for him. Me
"You know
too,
what?
dude.
Yeah." I'm gonna stay out of it. We promised that we would
We
not
promised
talk
that we would
about
never talk about
we
Star
wouldn't talk
Wars.
about Star Wars. We'll talk about, like, any new thing that's happening and, like, whether we'll watch it or not, but we will not get too deep into it because you fans are very scary. You're very scary, and I don't wanna step into that. Um, just you jump to racism just a little too quickly for my liking.
Yeah.
Um, but Then the Thunderbolts trailer also happened,
I
and
really liked the trailer for it.
it's
Um,
so good.
it's
I'm
like
so excited.
I think the editing was really cool too. Like I feel like trailers a lot now have like missed a lot with its editing, and I feel like
Yeah.
this one actually felt
Yeah,
like it's
Marvel
edited well.
trailers are usually, in my opinion, edited pretty well. I remember being younger in high school or whatever when Infinity War came out, and I watched that trailer like over and over and over, like a million times. And then you watch the movie, and everything that was in the trailer is not in the movie.
There.
Like they had Hulk in one scene, and he is not in the movie.
Oh my
It was
god.
just so funny. I love when they do that though because it makes people so mad, and it doesn't make me mad. So it's just so funny because people are like, "Hulk wasn't even in the movie past the first scene," and I'm like, "That's so funny."
It's kind of like what you were
um,
saying about people like getting mad at like the smallest things,
oh
and
yeah,
then
comic book movies though, like they, oh my gosh, I'm
it's
just
the
like, then don't watch it. Like, then don't watch it.
that's
Why are
the
we complaining about it? Like, just don't watch it then. Um, but yes, Thunderbolts. Oh, I'm so excited, and my man is back. My man is back.
Yeah,
Bucky
I loved the part
Barnes.
in the trailer when they're all like Red Guardian is like like a really big Bucky fan. He's like,
Yeah,
"Yeah, look, it's the Winter Soldier." And
he's
then he
so
like
cool.
and then he starts to point the gun towards them and they're like, "Oh
Yeah,
no."
John Walker going, yeah, oh.
This movie will somehow will try to make me like John Walker and maybe it will attempt maybe.
Yeah, I don't know if they'll ever make me like that man. I saw some people getting very excited to see him back, and I'm like, yeah, like anytime a character comes back, I'm like, this is fun.
Yeah.
But like, I don't know, it's so funny in that trailer too. I was just talking about this with my mom or to my mom about this, but you can tell who the leads of the movie are from the trailer because they gave when like the part in the trailer where their like names would come up.
Yeah.
So they gave Yelena like a big spot, and they showed like
Yeah.
lots of scenes of her, and then they gave Bucky one, and they showed like 3 scenes of him, and then they gave Red Guardian one, they gave like 3 scenes, and then everybody else got like one scene. It was really quick, and then Taskmaster, poor Taskmaster, R.I.P. because you are not making it. Because you were not in that
Hey, you know what? Respect for Ghost. Is that her name?
Oh my gosh, I love
I
Ghost.
love Ghost. I'm
I
sorry that
love
you were in
Ghost.
Ant-Man and the Wasp, but
Okay,
I
I
liked you
like
in
Ant-Man and the Wasp.
Okay. I
But I
mean, I
like
haven't seen it in years, so I wouldn't really
uh,
remember.
listen, I cut a lot of slack is what I'm saying. I cut a lot of slack because I think people are way too hard on comic book movies because I'm like, everything isn't gonna be an Endgame. Everything isn't gonna be an Infinity War. And people just thought it was gonna continuously go up, and I'm like, be for real. Like,
Like sometimes it's like comic books where some of the lines are really like some of the comic book lines are really good and then some of them just aren't.
yeah. Yeah, I don't know. I just people are way too hard on comic book movies in my opinion. I don't know. And
No,
I'm
I
just like, and this is coming from somebody who does love actual comic books, and I'm just like, can we just like give it a break? Ugh. But people are now like, I remember when Thunderbolts got announced, people were like, "Who asked for this?" And I was like, first of all, me. But second of all, now people are like, "Wait, it looks good," and I'm like,
See, the exact same thing happened to me for Andor. Everyone was like, "Who gives a shit about Andor?" And I was like, "Me,
"Me."
I do." And then the show came out, and everyone's like, "This is the best show ever." And I was like, "Wow, who would have thought?"
I know, and then, like but people like it was this trailer that changed people's minds for
Yeah,
Thunderbolts, and I'm like, "The last trailer was
the last
good."
trailer was good. That
The
one
last
got
trailer
me
was good.
interested
It didn't
too.
really even it didn't show that much, and it didn't show. like the dynamics between people, and I think that's what like and I'm like I get that. I guess like yeah, I can see how you wouldn't be like excited from
Yeah.
that trailer. But like this trailer, I think it showed the dynamics of everybody and it made me less nervous about a lot of things I was very nervous about. Um and I'm just so excited to see my boy back. My
Yeah.
boy.
I
He
I
had great
also
moments in the trailer and I'm like, "Yes.
yeah.
Yes."
I will say also my favorite part was when they were making fun of John Walker.
Oh yeah.
I was all
Dime
for
Store
that.
Captain America.
And he's like, "I was Captain America." And then someone's like, "Yeah, for like 2
Yeah, for like 2
seconds."
seconds. And that's so accurate. That's so accurate. I heard that they when they did reshoots for Captain America that they decided to put Bucky in for a little bit. I heard that as a rumor and I was like, "My boys back again." And I was like, "Sam and Bucky back together." Yes, please. Cuz we talk all the time about that. We're like, "Bring our boys back."
Yeah, like I have my problems with the Falcon and Winter Soldier show, but like none of those problems have anything to do with Anthony Mackie and Sebastian Stan acting as those characters because those
Yes.
characters are so strong. I think because
Yeah.
their chemistry is really good, it works. So
Yes. Yep. In other news, well, this entire segment is news, but in other in other news, I guess. Um, I guess Disney news.
oh, no, yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah, yeah. I was like, what's the connector? Because I know there is one. It's Disney.
Yeah,
Um,
because they own everything.
yes. Percy Jackson Athena casting.
Yay!
Yes. Uh, oh gosh, I've just forgotten her name.
It's like Andrea Day or something like that.
I think it's
Andrea, is that her name?
Andra Day.
Okay, cool.
Yes. Andra Day, they announced as Athena, and uh, I like it. But what I was really funny is that I saw a tweet where somebody was like, "You can tell this is Disney by their clothes."
I saw the same exact tweet and I was like, yeah, you
I was like,
can.
"Unfortunately, you're right."
So real.
um, yeah. How do you feel about it?
I think she looks great. I'm glad that like I saw another tweet I saw was everyone's like, "Yeah, remember when Rick Riordan said like, oh, the DNA, like the genetics, like don't match with the gods." But they were like, "But all of them kind of like got like good vibes and good like looking like genes from their godly parents except Luke." Cuz they were complaining about Lin-Manuel
Oh my god.
anyway, I think she's great. She looks great. Um I agree with the costuming choice was is a little bit weird with the jumpsuit, but you know what? Maybe it works. I think
I
she
don't.
looks great. I think yeah.
Yeah, she look. Yeah, I mean, we've only seen a picture, so it's
Yeah.
like, but like, yeah, Disney's choice of clothes and many things are. I mean, we were just talking about Marvel. Their choice of suits and such are just like, oh well, okay, I guess.
Mhm.
I guess this is what we're working with.
Mhm.
um, so, but it's so funny that it really is just like, oh, I can tell. I can tell that this is Disney from the
Yeah.
clothes. I am very excited though because wait, when is it supposed to come out?
I know they're still filming. Or did they wrap filming?
Really? Because I was gonna say, I was like, I feel like we talked about them going when they were going to go back last season, which would
Let
have been May, which means I think that we saw probably were like, oh, they're gonna go back in August or something, which means they probably should be done.
yeah, hold on. Percy But since we're talking about season 2, have you seen like the videos making not making fun, but like joking about how Walker Scobers like his growth level has like
Oh yeah.
His voice
Yeah.
got so deep.
I know. I know. I think we talked to each other about this. I think we sent each other like a TikTok or something of the like voice change from season 1 to season 2. It is like that's a man. That's
Yeah.
that is a full grown adult man.
Yeah. I looked it up. There isn't a confirmed date. They just said in 2025.
Oh. Well, that's disappointing. um but yeah, there is just a picture up. The lookalike competitions that have been happening. We talked briefly, I think,
About
last
the Timothy
time about the
Chalamet
Timothy
one.
Chalamet one, and if we didn't, then we
Whoopsie
know we
daisies.
talked about it that week, at
Yeah,
some
we
point.
talked about it a lot all that week.
Yes. And now there's so many lookalike competitions happening, and that makes me so happy. And it's all they're picking the right men to do it. I mean, I'm not really a Timothy Chalamet girly,
Me
um,
either.
you know, Paul Mescal, I am. I had a dream 3 nights ago about him where you know when you I saw this TikTok. It was this girl crying because she had a dream that she was dating Justin Bieber, and then she woke up. But you know when you wake up in a dream and you turn over and you're still in a dream, but you don't
Mhm.
realize it, and then you wake up again and you're actually awake. She was like, I woke she was like, I woke up and I turn around and Justin Bieber is still there, and then I woke up again and I was alone, and she's crying. And I'm like, "That's so real." And I related to it because 3 nights ago, I had a dream that I I was dating Paul Mescal, and then I woke up and I was like, "How do you" I and then whenever you try to go back to sleep, you never go back to the same
Yeah,
dream, and you're just
exactly.
like,
It's really funny
"Wow."
that you said like, "Oh, 3 nights ago I had this dream that I was like dating Paul Mescal and then I like woke up and was like, "Oh," cuz I had a dream 3 nights ago where Winona Ryder said my name and I was like, "Oh my god, yes." And then I woke up and I was like, "Oh."
Oh my gosh.
We're
Yeah,
all
I literally
having
don't and in those dreams, I never know the, like, context or remember what was happening or anything like that. I just know the facts.
yeah.
And the facts is that I was dating Paul Mescal. And and you know what? It was the after the week I've had, I deserved that dream.
Yes, you do.
I
We all
deserved that dream. He's gonna be on Hot Ones. We just
Mhm.
found that out. Wow. What a
Can't
guy.
wait.
What a
But
guy.
who it was him, Dave Patel, and then who was there was someone else.
Harry Styles
Oh,
had
okay.
one, and it was the worst. It was
Oh,
the
yeah.
worst. I looked at the lineup, I said, Who's this for?" If you were to show me the people, I'd be like, "I don't know who this is for." As
Yeah.
somebody who is a long, long time Harry Styles fan, I'm sorry, but none of y'all looked like him.
Yeah, I think I saw a tweet saying, like, a similar thing of being like, "This is the worst of the look-alike competitions because none of them look like
No,
him," or
the
something.
Paul one was good, and it was in Ireland too, so I was like, "Y'all are checking all the boxes off." I'm like, "Also, I wish I knew that that was happening and I had enough time to go down there."
Our next podcast cast episode, we'll just both go to Ireland and interview.
Yeah, we're like, "If you think that you look like Paul Mescal, then come on our podcast."
We get the winner of the look-alike contest on our
The winner
podcast.
of the lookalike contest gets to reenact my dream with me. The dream I don't remember. And then I heard that something oh, yeah, I saw a jokey one that was Sebastian, and I was like, "Hey, make it real."
He would go to that.
Yeah, if it was in New York,
Yeah, he would
for
go to
sure
that.
he would go to
Someone, if the Sebastian Stan lookalike contest happened, I will beg someone to dress up like his character from The Covenant.
Yes. Or somebody just comes as Donald Trump. It's like, "Yikes. Not the time. Not the time.
Olivia,
Read
we
the room."
At first, I was like, "Yeah, that's funny," and then I was like, "Wait a
Yeah,
minute."
unfortunately, we can't do that anymore. We can't
No,
make the jokes anymore because it's just a little too real and it
it's too
hits
real.
close to home and it hurts. Um, but who do you think should get one next?
I don't know. For some reason, my first thought is Daisy Ager like, what's her name? I'm sorry.
Daisy Edgar Jones.
Because isn't there a tweet going around where someone made a joke being like, "Oh, Paul Mescal made like like a
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
contract to have someone around him that looks like
That
Daisy."
looks like Daisy Edgar Jones at all times. Yeah,
And then
because
it'd be
people were
really
saying
fun
that Joseph Quinn looks like Daisy Edgar
and
Jones.
it'd be
Joseph Quinn,
funny
longtime running running situation on this podcast.
he should sign up for the lookalike contest.
He should come on the podcast.
Oh yeah, Joseph Quinn.
Joseph Quinn, if you're listening, please, because
Please, we're a
we
big
talk about
fan.
you in nearly every episode.
We're a big fan of you just sitting in the audience of the Oscars in
Yeah.
2023.
We talked about you at the Oscars in 2020. No, 2020. It was 2024. It was March.
Oh, it's always a year. Okay. It's always a year forward, and then the nominees are for the year before. Okay.
Yes.
Sorry.
We we talked about you a lot during the Oscars last year. But yes, he would crush it. Put a wig on that man. A Glenn Powell one. Oh my
That'd be
god.
good.
By the time this episode comes out, Sexiest Man Alive will have already been announced. But tomorrow for us, Sexiest Man Alive is
Who
getting
who's
announced.
who's your prediction? Who do you predict it will be, and who do you want it to be, or if it's the same?
I can never predict with them because they're always like a couple years behind on the trend. So I'm like, but I think they're in a good spot right now if they were to choose like Pedro. Because like they would be behind, but also like
He's still.
he's got stuff coming out soon. So
Yeah.
it's like you're kind of behind, but not really. I think their safest bet would be him. I would be totally okay with that. My mom and I actually talked about this, and Paul Mescal came up. But I feel like they've missed their train with that. I feel like during like normal people time, that would have been the time to
Yeah, I think I agree with
do
that.
it. Who had? I mean, the problem is I'm always like, who had a good year? But they're always gonna choose somebody who was like a year or two ago.
Yeah, cause
It's like
like,
they only have people who live like 2 years behind us working and voting on that.
yeah, cause originally I was like, "Ooh, I think Jonathan Bailey could do it." Like, I think they
Oh,
could choose him, but then you were
but
like,
they
"Oh,
would
he
never because they don't know who he is yet.
they don't know who he is yet. They haven't
They don't know who he is
they're
yet.
like they're behind on everything. They just got Bridgerton season 2 or
Yeah,
whatever."
yeah, yeah, I'm like I mean, my boy deserves it after the year he's had, but they'll get him in 2 years. Sebastian.
They're gonna be like, "Yeah, we give Sebastian Stan Sexiest Man Alive for his role in some movie that he did 2 years ago."
Yeah, um, I mean, because last year it was Patrick Dempsey. Yeah. Yeah.
What?
And I'm like, "Y'all are, like, 5 to 10 years behind."
Yeah, Enchanted happened like how many years ago that if they really wanted to
I mean,
make a
well, he was
debate on
killed
that.
off of Grey's Anatomy years
Oh,
ago,
yeah.
I think. I wanna
Yeah.
watch it, but
The
I'm pretty sure
only
he's not on it
no,
anymore.
he's dead, I think, from what I mean, I don't know. I never
No,
watched
he's
Grey's
dead, I
Anatomy.
think.
I just remember
Um,
commercials of them being like, "Mr. McDreamy's dead," and I'm like, "Good for him, I guess." I so
well,
he's
they before him, they were doing a safe thing where they were just picking Marvel actors for a couple years, and I'm like, "That's safe," because they always but they picked a weird one last year that should have been a long time ago, and that was Chris Evans before Patrick Dempsey, and I'm like, I mean, you're not wrong. However, this should have been a person that you should have done, like, Knives Out era would have been a good time to do
That would
it.
have been a really good
That would have
era.
been a really good time to do it. I mean, I'm not disagreeing. He is. However,
They might
it
have to
should have
take
been a different time.
they might have to take it away from him after Red One or whatever.
Oh, yeah. Listen,
Listen.
I can't go see it because I listen, nothing against The Rock. I don't think he's done anything bad. I just don't I just can't do it.
Yeah,
I just can't sit through his movies, and I mean, listen, when I went to Universal and he popped up on the Fast and Furious ride, I literally let out a large, long sigh. I was like, um, and then before that, it was Paul Rudd. Once again, "You're not wrong, however."
yeah,
And I'm like, "You're doing the safe thing where you're just, like, picking a guy you know who's in Marvel. That's fine." But since people have been like, "Marvels fell off, they don't wanna do that anymore." So I'm like, "Well, now y'all are back in the trenches," because before that, they picked Michael B. Jordan. Once again, not wrong. However,
a few years.
a couple years late, because like, sometimes it's like once in a blue moon, they make, like, a really good choice. Like, it was Idris Elba once. Excellent choice.
Excellent choice.
But then it was The Rock one year, and I'm like, "Interesting." Well, that's interesting. It was Adam Levine one time. Yeah. Yeah.
Let's hope that tomorrow it's once in a blue moon.
We can only hope. I mean, gosh, I hope it's Pedro. I hope that they have brains in their heads enough. I put on my Instagram story.
I saw that. That's why I
I put, "This will impact my mood tomorrow depending on who it is."
like imagine like I'm trying to think of like who's the worst
The
option.
worst person they could I mean, if they choose Glenn Powell, then they've got new people in the office, and that is the smartest decision that they could make. If it was it Pedro is it the safe one for them for their 2 years ago knowledge,
Mhm.
but Glenn, they would be doing a very good thing if they
Yeah,
put him
cuz
over there.
cuz he also has had a good this year.
Yes, and he had a good last year.
Yeah, I think he's had a good last year he had a good year and this
Yeah,
year was like the one that like kind of like picked up momentum.
yeah.
So,
I was just thinking, by the way, do you remember sorry, do you remember that, um, the video of Brittany Broski at the Brat concert, and then that guy, like, comes in and, like, pushes her out of the way and does and, like, just to, like, get on camera? Have you seen that?
no, but I
Well,
think I heard of it.
yeah, so we found out that that guy works at People Magazine, and I'm like, "What if he's choosing?"
Well, he's not going to choose Brittany Bros.
I'm like, "That guy, I need to talk to him, and then I need to be in the room." That's what I need to be in the room picking is what I'm hearing here, but I want it to be Paul. I
Yeah,
want it to be Paul or Glenn, but I would not have any complaints if it was Pedro.
I wouldn't either cuz he's going to like I think what we were saying with Glenn, like he's just going to have another good year.
Yeah, he's in everything right
Yeah.
now, and I'm like I mean, as he should, but, like, if they were smart, they'd do him because it's the safest choice. He's popping off right now, and he was popping off 1 to 2 years ago, which is where they live, so it's like, um, okay, and the last thing is the Grammys noms.
Woo.
Woo! Okay.
Yeah, I don't remember a lot of them, so
Yeah,
since
I'm
you
gonna
have
get them
them,
up here. We're only gonna
you'll
talk about a few categories,
that's fine.
record of the year was the nominations were Now and Then, The Beatles. I don't know. I'm a
That
Beatles
that
fan and I don't know.
I think that's the one that they like got all their voices somehow together.
Maybe. I have no idea.
I
As
think
a
it's
Beatles fan, I literally didn't. I don't
I
know.
think my dad told me about it or something like that, that like they it was like a track like
Hmm.
memo thing that they all recorded, and then the ones that are still alive
Interesting
like
that that is
recorded.
up for record of the year.
I know. I was thinking the same thing. I was like, record?
Texas Hold'em, Beyonce.
Yes.
Espresso, Sabrina Carpenter. 360, Charlie XCX. Birds of a Feather, Billie Eilish. Not Like Us, Kendrick Lamar. That should win. Uh, Good Luck Babe, Chapel Roan. And Fortnite, Taylor Swift. So when I think of record of the year, I think of like this is a song that like kind of defined the year. And it to me, if we're thinking in that way, then it has to be either Charlie XCX or it has to be Kendrick Lamar. Because if we're
I
like thinking about like the impact that
yeah.
like yeah, I want it to be Kendrick Lamar. But I think they're all pretty good choices. I guess I
I
didn't
think so
hear the
too.
Beatles song, so I don't.
I forgot about it until you said it, and I was like, did that happen this year?
Album of the year is New Blue Sun, Andre 3000, Cowboy Carter, Beyonce, Short and Sweet, Sabrina Carpenter, Brat, Charlie XCX. I don't know what this is. Did just see? Did just say? Volume 4.
I don't know what that is.
I didn't listen to it. I sorry. Um, Hit Me Hard and Soft, Billie Eilish, Chapel Roan, The Rise and Fall of Midwest Princess, which was not this year, so that's funny.
Yeah, I think they're just
And
like, oh, we've just been ignoring Chapel Roan for the past like how many years, so we're
well, I
just
think that's
gonna
funny because the Grammys always do that because Sabrina Carpenter also not new.
yeah.
Um, but Tortured Poets Department, Taylor Swift. Um, my favorite out of these were well, my two favorites were Cowboy Carter and Hit Me Hard and Soft were my two favorites on this list.
Yeah. I like Cowboy Carter and Chapel's album, but I'm
Well,
also
I mean, I
like,
like them all, the ones
yeah,
I've
no,
heard,
but
but
I'm also like, I like that album, but that did not come out.
yeah,
Maybe it came out in the. I'm gonna do some research while you read.
because I think record of the year is kind of like almost like the production is like more than anything else because then there's
Yeah.
song of the year, which is like a songwriter award.
Um,
Um,
it came
and that
out
is
September 22nd, 2023.
yeah,
So I
yeah,
think
strange
so I
because
think maybe
that's
the time period, like when there's like certain months where people this certain amount of months can enter into the Oscars or something like that. That's what I'm
oh,
thinking. That maybe like because it was later in 2023, that period was
maybe.
allowed. I don't know. Anyway.
I don't know. Song of the year, a bar song. No, I hear it. Birds of a Feather, Die with a Smile, Fortnite, Good Luck Babe, Not Like Us, Please, 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 and Texas Hold'em. Pretty much the same as Record of the Year. Um, and then Best New Artist, Benson Boone. I don't know who that
I
is.
don't either.
Sabrina Carpenter. Not a new artist, but
No.
sure. Um, Dochi. I don't know. I don't know how to say this name, so Krangbin.
Don't
I'm sorry, I don't know.
know.
Ray, Chapel Roan, Shabuzi, also not
Mm,
new artists, and Teddy Swims.
I feel like they need to change the category name.
Well, it's because it's if they've like broken through, basically, is what it is. But it is
Yeah,
a very confusing
but
like
I feel like
title.
they should just like change the name like a little bit, where instead of like best new artist, it's like breakout. I don't know.
Yeah, it is. It's strange. It's a weird one because every year I'm like, that person's not new, but who do you think is gonna win this?
The new artist one?
Yeah,
I think it might be Chapel, but that's just I have a bias.
yeah. I mean, Sabrina is also there,
I
and I'm
know, that's what
like,
yeah, but
she had like a really, really good year.
yeah.
I don't
Hmm.
know.
I don't
I
know.
don't
I'm
know,
not.
and I don't know most of the other people. It would be so great if Shabuzi won. I would accept that wholeheartedly. Um, but I think we should move on to our main topic,
Yay!
which is I came up with this after watching Alien Romulus. Um, where basically I was like, man, there's a lot of weird movie babies out there. Weird creatures. I mean, some of these things are not babies on this list, but weird creatures and I'm like that like need to be taken care of, I guess. And I have strayed away from doing anything, like just a disclaimer. I've strayed away from doing anything that is an actual disability or that could be seen as like me infantilizing something that doesn't need to be because I feel like that's just like very disrespectful to do that.
Oh
So
no,
I
yeah.
tried to stray away from doing that as much as possible. So these are basic mostly like monsters or yeah. Um but this is the game called Would We Parent?
New game.
And
Would
you
we
guys should play along too. Um would you parent these things? And if you are watching this, then the pictures of each thing will come up. If you're listening, then you can still play along. It's just like you may have to look up what a thing is if you don't know what it is. Um, okay. Do you have the PowerPoint up? I made a
I
PowerPoint.
do. I
Okay,
do have
let's
the power.
go to the very first thing, which is baby Beetlejuice from Beetlejuice. Beetlejuice. I put pros and cons for each of these things. Just in case like you don't know what something is or whatever, I put pros and cons. But uh what you're seeing if you're watching this, I made this frame on Canva and I put the picture of baby. I made like a frame and it has like a baby bottle and like
It's like a
things on
babe.
it. And then it's just like the most horrific looking creature you've ever seen in the middle. um for the pros for Baby Beetlejuice, I put it's funny, birthed by Jenna Ortega, crawls on walls and ceilings because I figure he can get stuff for you if you need it.
Yeah.
Like, remember that scene in Spider-Man: No Way Home where uh,
And
Ned's mom or Ned's grandma asks Andrew Garfield to go get the. I'm like, he could do that.
yeah.
Baby Beetlejuice could do that. Cons, not cute. Eats flesh and Speedy, like scary Speedy. Um,
Oh.
I I don't know. The thing is that it resembles the zombie babies from Spirit Halloween that I which I love.
I don't know what those are.
They're like the baby toys.
Oh,
They're
that
like
just look like
toys, but they're like just babies at Spirit Halloween. They're like zombie babies.
I
They may or may not be on this list, but they
preview.
um but they are my favorite thing ever since I found out that they were a thing, and he kind of resembles them, but I don't think I would want him. I don't wanna, like, wake up in the middle of the night and he's, like, eating me.
No, I was thinking the same thing. The only pro that I feel like that I agree with is Birthed by Jenny Ortega, because that means I
Yeah,
get to be in not just her presence, but technically Winona Ryder's the
Winona
grandma.
Ryder's presence, yeah, yeah.
So
I'm gonna
y-
go with a no for me.
me too. I'm also just not a big Beetlejuice fan, so I think that
Right.
also is a factor into it where I'm like I probably would want to like like not like just
Okay,
get rid of it.
going off to a great start, we would both not parent baby Beetlejuice. Next. This is Dren from the movie Splice. Have you ever seen the movie Splice?
No, but I feel like I've,
So,
like, heard about this.
this is not the adult version of this is the baby version of
Mhm.
Dren. So if you have so the movie is that this thing is a human animal hybrid.
Okay.
Um the pros likes dancing and drawing. We see that in the
Oh
movie. Pet and baby, 2 for 1. You don't have to decide, it's a pet and a baby.
yeah.
He's cool looking.
I'm yeah.
Uh, cons, carnivorous, so that's stressful. Um, has a stinger on the end of the tail like a scorpion and turns into a gross criminal man at the end. So if you I don't know if you're ever gonna watch this movie, but
Just
I
go
am
right
gonna
ahead.
just spoil it a little bit for
Just
you.
go right ahead.
Um, when Dren is born, Dren is a female and is up until adulthood in which just suddenly is a male, like grows
Trans.
into a man, but is a gross criminal man because literally is so the person who gave Dren the egg is also a scientist who works growing like having Dren grow. That movie's wild. The movie is wild.
Sounds
But
like it.
then but literally just I guess I don't know if it's just in like Dren's like animalistic mindset that it needs to like procreate, but like assaults the mom. And then at the end of the movie, Dren is dead and the mom is pregnant with another. Yeah. The
Okay.
movie's crazy. And I was like, well, listen, as a child, I'm like, okay, but if it's going to grow into that, no.
But then you only have to. Oh no, you said parent it. I was thinking of babysitting for some reason because I was like, oh,
No.
if it's a baby, no. I think I'm also a no, especially when you tell the whole thing with the
Yes.
mom.
Yes, because I'm like, ugh, that's rough. But I actually she's pretty cute, whatever, she's just like a little child and like everything, and it's just like, oh, okay, yeah. But then just literally and then it looks like, Austin Butler in Dune 2.
Mhm.
That's literally what adult Dren looks like.
Oh no. Yeah. Okay, that's solidifying my no.
Yeah. Okay, so Dren is a no. Dren
It's a
from
no
Splice
from
is a
us.
no. Next is Samara from The Ring. For pros, I put iconic. Uh, she's a filmmaker.
Support young voices.
She teleports. So like if
Mhm.
you need to like if you're like on a time crunch and you take her to the doctor or whatever, she's dead. But if you take her to the doctor or whatever, then she could just like come out of the TV in the waiting room and then you're good to go.
Mhm.
Um Cons, she is an Onryo, so she's a ghost, a vengeful spirit. She's dripping wet constantly. That's gotta be annoying. It's gonna ruin your floors. Um and she is a murderous self-promoter. She's like, I need you to send my movie to your friends, guys."
Is it bad that so far she's not the worst on the list so
No,
far?
she's not, no. I don't know if I would though, because and the reason why is because she annoys me in Dead by Daylight.
Oh, that's why. Okay.
She annoys me in Dead by Daylight. I'm like, "Can you give me a break?" Like, jeez. Um, Dripping Wet though, that's gonna I don't know.
I feel like so far, like, besides, like, being, like, a murderer, so far, not the worst.
Yeah, she does have a really tragic backstory, and I'm like, I feel bad for her. 'Cause, like,
Yeah.
she wasn't I mean, like, she couldn't help that she was born, like, with powers that made everybody wanna, like, kill her, you know?
Yeah, but
And I'm
you know
like,
what? I would accept her.
"Okay."
What's the quote where it's like, uh, I could change her. Oh, no, what is it? Um,
Yeah, I could
I
change
could
her.
fix her.
I could fix her.
Yeah,
Yeah.
or the
You could take her
you could fix her?
going to therapy,
Yes.
you know?
Yeah.
She is a ghost, though. So
Okay,
you're gonna have to take care of her forever. She cannot grow up. You're gonna have to take care of her forever. Like when you're old, you're gonna have like a child, a ghost child around.
but if she gets help from therapy.
That's true, but she won't grow, and you're
I
just like
know,
always gonna
but
have to take care of her. I'm gonna say no because Dead by Daylight really solidified it for me.
okay. I'm what there okay, isn't there a scary movie where they do something with her? I haven't seen scary movies,
Yeah,
so I wouldn't know,
Brenda
but
beats her up.
love that for her.
And I love Brenda. Um,
I feel like if we're taking that into context, then that means no,
no?
no, I take it
Okay.
back. No, I'm not gonna
No,
parent
Samara
her.
from The Ring, we would not
No.
parent. Okay, next is Deflated Pennywise from It Chapter 2. It's at the end of the movie when he's all deflated after they bully him. They're like, "You're just a clown," and he deflates, and he's like this little tiny thing, and he's all sad and whiny. Um, listen, I had to put him on here. He looks kind of like
No,
a baby.
this is great because I just watched a recap video on It Chapter 2, so this works out perfectly.
So for pros, I put funny. He's a pretty funny guy.
He is a funny guy,
He
a
has
little
cute
bit.
little grabby hands. Look at his little hands.
Yeah.
And he's fun to bully. So, if you ever like need to get your anger out, at least he's just a demon, you know.
Yeah. He can't do
Cons,
anything.
he is a horrible demon clown. He is homophobic.
Yeah, that's my favorite thing is that everyone in the first It was like, "Yeah, he's an ally. Pennywise is like an ally," and in the second film, he's like
Yeah.
homophobic.
Self-hatred is real within this one because he is
Yeah.
married to the Babadook. Um and he is wrinkly. I don't like the wrinkles. I can't This is an automatic no for me because I can't do clowns. I'm
Okay.
terrified of clowns. But I did
Okay.
wanna hear your
So,
if
you know how I said the last one that wasn't the worst one so far? This one so far is not the worst for me. I'm not afraid
Yeah,
of clowns, but I just think it's really funny that in It Chapter 2 they succeed by bullying him essentially to death.
it's so funny.
It's so freaking
I
funny.
literally all the time, me and my roommate used to be like, "You're just a stupid clown."
And like, I would babysit him because then if he did anything like terrible, I'd just be like, "You're stupid clown."
Yeah. Yeah. "You got an F in math class? You're just a stupid clown."
And then I can also be like,
Are
um,
you saying yes?
yeah, I'm saying yes. I
Oh
I
my
feel like I
gosh, our
have to
first
say
yes.
I feel like I have to say a yes at some point during this
Yeah, we
presentation.
should definitely keep count of who's saying yes to who.
I
So
think
we
I
can
also can just be like, "Hey
recap at the
Pennywise,
end.
you killed this character, so I'm gonna bully you."
Yeah, so we can recap at the end. Let me get a notebook out.
Oh yeah, okay, I'll write it down also. I said yes to Pennywise, the
Okay.
dancing. Oh my god, but he can dance also. It can be like a
Not
little
like this though. If he's like this,
he can do it with his little grabby hands.
his hands are so cute. His little grabby hands are so cute.
Yeah, but it's really funny in the movie because like he has little cute grabby hands and then
They don't.
they go in and like take out his
They don't.
heart.
Okay, next. Junior from SpongeBob SquarePants. This is the clam. Did you watch SpongeBob?
I watched a few episodes. It's one of those shows that I watched over my brother's shoulder. So
I
I don't
watched this an absurd amount of times.
Okay.
But this is the clam for people listening and don't know who Junior is. This is the clam from the episode where Patrick and SpongeBob decide to adopt this little baby clam and be the mother and father to this clam. Um, the pros were it's cute and can fly because clams are like kind of like birds, sort of. I don't know. They take on a lot of different animals because like we know that worms are supposed to be dogs in SpongeBob and that snails are supposed to be cats, but like sometimes the clams can fly. I don't know.
Babies
This
can
one
fly.
can. Um Cons poop machine. There are many times in that episode where they're showing diapers and it's truckloads. And I'm like, Jesus. And then high maintenance because he was putting SpongeBob out. SpongeBob was the mom in that episode, and Patrick was a deadbeat dad in that episode. I'm not kidding. That's
That's so
exactly what the
funny,
episode was.
actually.
Um, I would take him in.
You
He's
would?
so cute. Yeah, he's so cute, and he goes like, "Peep, peep, peep, peep."
Even with the poop machine?
Yeah, yeah. Listen, I have a little sister, I had to change her diapers a lot, and I'm like, I
Okay.
feel like I could handle that.
That's the thing. That's the difference between you and me. I'm the younger sibling, so the only like like the poop machine I have to deal with is my dog. So
Yeah.
so
I feel like I
I
could handle the diapers, and it grows. It's not like Samara
oh
where it grows into a fully adult clam. Like, at the end,
okay.
he, like, flies away, and they're like,
Okay.
"He's grown up."
Okay.
So,
I will yes this also then with the context of it.
Junior, I have to write him down.
Originally, when you said
Junior.
Junior, I was looking down because I was writing down that I said yes to Pennywise, and I was like, the movie Junior with Arnold Schwarzenegger, where
No.
he's pregnant.
Going on the SpongeBob track some more, Doodle Bob from SpongeBob
Yes.
SquarePants. Pros, he's just a drawing, you
Mhm.
know? He is technically Tom Kenny. He makes me giggle.
Mhm.
Cons, he is annoying. He's evil, and he tried to kill SpongeBob, and I don't take that. SpongeBob is important to me.
Did you ever play the DS game where you have to fight Doodle Bop
Mm-mm.
or Doodle Bob? Not Doodle Bop. Doodle Bop
No, the
was
Doodle Bops
were
were
a TV show.
another big staple of my childhood.
So real. But there was a DS game where essentially you like it was kind of similar to Scribblenauts where you like draw your avatar and you have to save the
Oh,
key
that's cool. I
bottom
would've
from
loved
Doodle
that.
Bob. Yeah, I loved that game. So
I don't think I would.
I don't
I
think I
can't
would
do
either.
annoying. I can't do it if they're annoying.
But the only thing that I would be like, okay, this is similar to the Pennywise thing where I'm like, oh, I could just bully him back to like a form that you could
You have
just
to erase
erase.
him. Yeah.
You like hold him down. That's the only thing. But I also this is this this is similar to what you said about Dead by Daylight with is it Samara? Is that
Oh,
the
Samara, yeah.
I would do with Doodle Bob, I'd be like, you were so freaking annoying in this DS game I played when I was 11, so I'm not gonna let it slide.
Yeah. I'm not gonna let it slide. I'm going with a no
I'm
for
also gonna
Doodle
go with a
Bob.
no.
Next up is PJ Dipper. This is Paper Jam Dipper from Gravity Falls. This
Okay.
is the episode where Dipper clones himself using that copier, and he's a paper jam.
Yes. Okay,
So
I
the
kind of remember this
pros
episode.
are that he is easy to distract and care for. They just like kind of like he's one of those things where it's like you could jingle some keys in front of him and he'd be good for hours. Uh, and he's just made from paper, like we saw in that episode. If you like put water on these guys, they dissolve. Um, and then cons, he's a little scary to look at. I don't really want to look at him that much. And then he is a clone, and I'm like, I don't know if I want that either.
That's yeah, if it was a clone of me, then I would be scared. But since it's a clone of Dipper,
Yeah, I don't know.
I
I
think
think I would.
I think I would too, just because I'm like, that just looks like someone's first attempt at drawing Dipper from Gravity Falls.
Yeah, I also feel bad for him. Every time I watch that episode, I'm always like, "Oh, Paper Jam Dipper." He can't like talk very well or anything, and I'm just
Oh.
like, it's that song, "I could be a good mother," that plays in my head when I look at it. So I would.
I would too.
Next is Baby Freddy from A Nightmare on Elm Street, The Dream Child. He is just a dream, and he's very tiny, but he unfortunately is Freddy Krueger, and he has a supersonic scream. This is from a dream sequence,
But like
obviously.
but like with Freddy Krueger, if it's a
Yeah,
dream, it's real. So that's the thing that scares me.
yeah. Supersonic scream and it being Freddy Krueger. I'm sorry, Cons outweigh the pros,
Yeah,
very clearly
really.
to me here, because it's just really bad. I don't want that man in baby form near me.
Yeah. Also, if we don't take care of him and he dies, then none of the other characters in the series die. Oh no, it's a dream sequence. Never mind, I take
Yeah.
it back. I was gonna be like,
I'm going no, because Supersonic
no.
Scream, that's rough.
And also it's gonna grow up to be Freddy Krueger, and I don't
Yeah, ew.
want Freddy Krueger to exist.
No.
So
Next, Renesmee from Twilight.
no.
The pictures I have here for listeners are the robot baby that they tried to use and then the CGI thing that they went with.
Yeah, my one friend did not know anything about the robot Renesmee, and I just have a picture of him on my phone showing like him making a horrified face with baby robot Renesmee just on his screen.
Yeah. Pros, Edward and Bella's daughter, that's pretty cool. It's pretty
Yeah.
iconic. Vampire, that's pretty cool. It's pretty iconic. Funny looking. Cons, creepy. Uh, is a vampire, both a pro and a con. And was
Mhm.
imprinted on by Jacob.
You imprinted on my daughter? It wasn't my choice. She's a
You named my
baby.
daughter after the
The
Loch
Loch
Ness
Ness
monster?
monster?
I'm going with no. I
Really?
can't deal with it. No, I
Okay.
can't look at it. The robot, if the CGI, I think I could say yes. Robot, no.
Well, that's the thing is that like since since vampire babies, or at least these kinds of vampire babies where they're born from vampires,
Yeah.
like they grow up fast. So that's in my head. I'm like, oh, it's gonna soon turn into that girl
Yeah.
from Interstellar.
I also don't wanna deal with Jacob.
I know, me too. I don't like Jacob,
Like, I would
but
have to, like and we're her parent. That's extra bad
oh, we're her parent.
because we have to parent them.
Oh, I
So,
okay.
like, that's extra bad. Like, I don't know if I wanna deal with Jacob like
Oh,
that.
now
I'm
that you
going with
say
no.
that,
Edward and Bella, you can have your daughter
you
because
know what?
I
I'll
don't
say
want it.
yes. I will parent her. I will be their
Okay,
third parent.
okay.
Um, and I'll be with Alice most of the time taking
There
care
we
of the
go.
child.
There we go. Solutions. Next, Big Baby from Toy Story 3. This is an automatic yes
Oh,
for me before we even
yes.
continue.
I love
Pros,
Big
sweet
Baby.
angel and needs a mama. Cons is a toy, so like that'd be a little weird out in public. But and then nothing else.
I
Big Baby
love
is an
Big
angel.
Baby.
I love Big Baby
This
from
makes
Toy
me want to
Story
rewatch Toy
3.
Story 3. I
Why
love
would you
Toy
put
Story.
yourself through that? That's
No,
emotionally it's emotional turmoil.
we'll just skip over
Big
and
Baby
go.
is amazing.
I love Big Baby. So
I will be
cute.
Big Baby's mama. Um, so those are yeses.
Yes. What if I said no? That'd be really funny, but
You were like, "Aw, no." I don't
on.
think so.
No, I love Big Baby.
Alright, love you, Big Baby. Moving on. Ada from Lamb, have you seen this movie?
No, but I've heard about it.
Yeah. So pros, she's really cute. Like she's just half human, half lamb. She's got a little
Oh,
I know, she's so cute. Um Pet and baby 2 for 1 again.
yay!
Cons has a very scary bio dad, murderous. It's rough. And uh everyone is trying to kill her for some reason. Everybody's like, she's an abomination. She needs to be put down. And I'm like, no,
I will.
no.
I've never. This. What's the thing from Brooklyn 99, where it's like I just met at. It's
I just
Ada.
met Ada, and I wa and if anything happened to her, I'd kill everyone in this room and then myself.
That's me right now. I
She's
say a
so
yes.
sweet. Yeah, I say yes too. Her dad is scary though because we find out that she's not spoilers for Lamb, by the way. We find out that she is not a hybrid and that her dad is like a goat ram man thing and he kills the people who are taking care of Ada and gets her back. Yeah.
Okay, well, so we'll team up and kill the scary bio dad.
Yeah,
and
and
we'll
then we'll
be
take care of Ada. Ugh,
yeah, and we can live out in the
solutions.
country.
Yeah, I
This is
know.
great. We
I
already got
know. We have a plan.
we have a plan.
Okay, moving on. Monstro Elizasu from the Substance.
I should have known that this was gonna
Yeah. I think we talked about it very briefly whenever we saw the movie. I was like, I have to put her on here. Pros is technically just Demi Moore and Margaret
Margaret
Qualley
Qualley
is a star. She's a star.
star.
And she can take care of herself. We saw her. She got ready.
She
She,
did it. She got
she
the
can take
makeup.
care of herself. We don't really, she's not that high maintenance. Cons may infinitely bleed.
Mm.
She may explode and she may throw up a boob.
You know what?
But I would take care of her.
Yeah, I think I like to think because if people that take care of her care for her, then like
Yeah.
none of that kind of stuff would happen.
Yeah. Do you think
Yeah.
that they have to feed her and the Elizabeth that's on her back?
I don't know because the thing is the reason why substance spoilers that she kind of dies is because she like there's nothing left for her.
Yeah.
So
Well, I would take care of her.
I would take care of her for
The
her
second
5 last moments.
the second her scary little face popped up on screen, I said, "That I need it in my
And
life."
also she's like so sweet too.
I
Like she's like
know. I know. I love her. Eliza
yes.
Sue. Yes.
Yeah.
Moving on.
Mhm.
The zombie babies from Spirit Halloween. Okay, so there's a lot of them,
They do look like
more than just
baby
these 3,
Beetlejuice.
but, pros, everything. Cons, nothing. They are scary.
But
I
but also they're kind of cute.
They're so cute. When I was okay, so when these things, like, first came out, I was, like, 11 or 12, and when I found out these things were a thing, I was, instantly obsessed. And every year that a new one has come out, I've been like, and I need it, and I don't have any, and I'm so upset because I love these little things, and every time I go to Spirit Halloween and I see them on the shelves, I'm just like, "One day." I love them though, I don't know why. I have no idea why. I was never like a baby doll person
I
when I
wasn't
was like a
either.
kid, but these things, although this is up my alley for sure. Like when I was a kid, like I remember people used to be like, "Let's dress up as like something like sweet and cool," and like that. I was always like, let's do creepy doll. Let's be a haggard witch this year." So like this is up my alley, I think. But yeah, I love these things so much. This was just for me, but
I mean, I will say
but
yes
yes.
too.
Yes, zombie babies. Um, moving on. I actually don't know what's next. Oh, okay. So this is Infantata from AHS. The next couple of things are going to be AHS because,
Okay.
as we have discussed before, Ryan Murphy has a weird obsession with pregnant women and weird babies. Uh,
Yeah.
there were a couple things in here though, like there are a couple like babies that he or children that he like had that are just like that are just like straight up people with disabilities or straight up people who are like a definite clear allegory for a disability, and I'm just like makes me feel uncomfy. So they are not on here. It's
Yeah.
just the ones that are actual monsters. Um, pros might be a ghost. I don't remember, but that thing lives in the attic, and I don't know if it just doesn't age or if it's a ghost. I think it's a ghost because I think they actually do put it down. But tied to a house, so like I don't have to take care of this thing very often. I just have to go to the house,
But it's the
like it
murder
can't leave.
house.
It is, but like some characters I like are there.
Okay.
What's her name is there? Vivian was her name in the show. The mom. she's my favorite in that season, and she's there. Um, Cons is a baby Frankenstein, like, that's what the story is, was a normal baby, and then the dad after so the dad of this baby was, like, a doctor who would do, I don't know if we're allowed to say this on YouTube. Terminations of pregnancies on women who would go to the house. Like, he was, like, one of those people who was, like, if there was a woman who was, like, in trouble, they would say back in the day, he would be like, "Okay, you pay me money and I'll do it." Um, so a boyfriend found out and took their baby and killed it. This is what this baby is. And then the dad was like, "I'll fix him," because he was on drugs. He was like, "I'll fix him," and then Frankensteined their baby back to life. So that's what this is. Um, it is murderous, and there is a scene that is always in my mind that is gonna make me say no immediately, which is when she tries to breastfeed this thing again. It takes a big old chunk out. And I'm like, "This is rough. I can't do
Does she
this."
die from the big old chunk or
No, she is a ghost in the house. She, kills the husband and then herself.
Oh,
But
okay. Free
yeah.
surgery, I will say.
I'm gonna say no for infantata.
No, that's fine. I was gonna say no too, cause just, like,
Very scary.
very scary.
I think immediately in the show, the first kill that we see on screen is this person, is infantata killing the twin boys when they go in the house.
Ooh.
Um, okay, next is Bartholomew from American Horror Story Hotel. Pros, immortal, or another pro, technically a vampire. Uh, Lady Gaga is his mom. And Evan Peters is his dad. Uh,
Oh, okay.
Cons, I don't know how to say this, but it means vampire, half human.
Oh,
And
Dampier or something
yeah,
like that? Yeah.
and I don't know if I want all that. Um, Cons, or I mean, he is cute, but like in a weird way, you know? Like, look at his little eyes. That's pretty cute. That's
And
why I
that's
put
a
it in
con?
cons. Yeah, because I'm like, I don't know. He's
That
cute,
just
but
looks
like in
like
a way where it's like I'm a little uncomfortable.
I don't know why, maybe it's the Doctor Who fan in me, but that looks like a normal, like, monster of the week for me watching
Yeah,
Doctor Who.
yeah, I think it's worse because it's a baby, though. Like, I
I
feel
can
like that
totally
gets
understand
me,
that.
like yeah. And then also con technically a vampire. I mean, pro and con with
Yeah.
that. But, I don't know, Lady Gaga being the mom and Evan Peters being the dad. That's pretty that's pretty good.
Mhm.
That's pretty good. But she does have to, like, when she's in the hotel, this thing is immortal and this age forever, I think. Uh, and she has to, like, go in and, like, there's a couple scary scenes where it's, like, crawling around and, like, we don't see it very often. This is the only time we ever see it. Uh, but there's a lot of scary scenes where you don't see it, but you know it's there and it's crawling
Oh.
around
Oh,
and
I
it's
don't
weird.
like that. That made it worse.
Yeah. I'm gonna say no. I'm so sorry, Bartholomew, you're so cute, but, like, I'm saying no, I can't do it.
No, me neither, especially when you say that, like, it's gonna stay like that for, like,
Yeah, she, like,
forever.
has, like, a room for him in the hotel, and she goes and visits him a lot. Um, okay, let's go to the next one. Okay, so this is Damien from The Omen.
Okay.
Pros, he can't get sick, he can't get poisoned, and he connects with animals.
Aw.
Cons, he is the Antichrist.
Okay. That they
He's evil, and he is a sports fan, which is a con
Oh,
for me.
no,
Uh,
that's a con for me too.
um, so my fun fact about The Omen, my dad terrified of this movie. My
Really? I
dad
haven't seen it, so
cannot watch this movie. Like, anytime I bring it up, anytime he thinks about a creepy child, he's always like Damien. Like, it's, like, really, like, traumatized. Um, but I'm I don't know, actually.
yeah, cause like, okay, so the only I watched Good Omens, and there's a whole plot line in the first season about how there's a character that like is supposed to be the Antichrist, but then raised by the what was not
Yeah.
supposed to happen.
Lots of different things do that, because remember Supernatural had it, and then they didn't have that kid, and then they forgot that that kid existed, so then they made Jack, who is the actual Antichrist. And then they were like, "Oh,
I didn't
yeah,
even
there was
get
that
to
other
Jack.
kid that was supposed to be the Antichrist that we
so
forgot about."
so like so like if the kid is like raised in a nice home and stuff, but then
I
okay, you're
don't think so. As somebody
okay.
who has watched the two of the Omen movies, we see him as a child, like here, and then we see him as, like, a preteen, and, I mean, the thing is there's no way to get rid of him because they try.
Oh, not even like
Um,
even with a stake through the heart or something?
well, he's the Antichrist. It's not like a vampire.
That's
I'm gonna go with
true.
no. I'm so sorry.
No, I agree with you now that you say like there's no way to like
Yeah, to end it.
mm-mm.
Like, he's just always gonna be the Antichrist. Um, he does accept it in the second one. Like, in the first one, he doesn't really know what he's doing, and he's just like a kid, and then the second one, he finds out that he is, and he's like, "Oh, I hate this," but then he accepts it, and I'm like, "I don't know about that. I don't know if I'd accept that if that were me, but okay." Um, Next up, another Antichrist. This is another American Horror Story thing. So this is Michael Langdon from Murder House and Apocalypse. So he was in 2 seasons. He
Okay.
was a kid in the first season at the very end, and then he was
A teen.
adult-ish. He grew really quick. So the
Okay.
picture that I took was like days after. He
Uh,
like suddenly grew.
so
Uh
Renesmee logic kind of
yeah, yeah,
thing.
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Pros is a witch. That's cool.
That is cool.
He's played by Cody Fern. Love him. He's the adult person here.
Yeah.
Um, has style. That man has style. When I was watching that season, Apocalypse, I was like, outfit after outfit after outfit. Um, Cons is the Antichrist, evil, and he's whiny. He is a whiny brat.
Oh, you can't be evil and whiny for me. I'm
Yeah, he
sorry.
tries to be the supreme the entire season. They take it from Sarah Paulson. Um, And I just he was so whiny. He was very whiny, and I couldn't do it. So I'm gonna say no, because
I'm
whininess is literally the killer for me. Like,
no, I
what's
agree
his
with that.
um, like any character that's whiny, I'm like, ew, can't do
Yeah,
it.
cuz like sometimes there can be a character that's evil but has like personality and stuff.
Yeah,
If you're whiny and evil, double whammy. So,
yeah. Boo. Okay,
boo.
next is Spike from Eraserhead. Pros, he's cute. He's created by David Lynch, and he needs to be loved. He's not loved.
Oh,
Cons, he doesn't have skin.
okay. That's
He
fine.
has and guts and gas gush out of him.
Okay.
Yeah, and I'm not sure what it is. Like, I'm not sure what he is. Like, and David Lynch will never tell us, so we'll never know. Um, I'm saying yes. And I can't watch this movie again. I know I love David Lynch. I love him very much. He's one of my favorite directors. This is the only movie I can't watch again because it gave me a panic attack. Every time I've watched it twice and it gave me a panic attack both times. I had to leave the classroom I was in the second time I watched it. Had to leave because I was having a panic attack. This movie brings something out of me.
Okay, that's scary. Is it bad that that's the one con that is making me think
Well,
saying no is that
he
you
didn't.
got a
It's
panic
just
attack?
he didn't. It's just the movie in
It's just the
general.
movie itself. Okay.
Yeah, he did not give me a panic. Every time I see him, I'm like, "Oh my gosh, he's so cute." I'm saying yes.
I'm gonna say yes too.
The guts and the gas thing is pretty rough, though. He's sick is the thing, and he's sick the entire time,
He can
the
be
entire movie, and it's really sad
he
because
can
the
be in a
parents don't really
spacesuit.
love him.
He can
They're
be in a
just like
spacesuit.
and I'm like, Stop it. Stop.
maybe if he had someone care about him, maybe then he wouldn't have gas and guts gush
I
out. Maybe.
know. There I read online when I was doing research for this episode that people think that he is a cow fetus.
Oh, okay. I can
And
kind
I'm
of.
like, okay. And I'm like, listen, we will never ever find out because David Lynch refuses to tell us what his movies are about. But whatever, he's cute. Next is the homunculus from Smiling Friends. This is the thing where he goes, stop fighting. And then he's like, hello, my daddies, hello, my daddies, hello. He's tiny, he's like that big. So that's a pro for me.
Aw.
He's very low maintenance. He just kind of he came out of the egg walking. So, um, cons, he does suck toes.
Sorry, that's my
And
alarm.
that's fine. He does suck toes in this episode. So that's bad. And he's needy.
Mm.
I'm saying yes. I don't mind the
Yeah.
neediness, and I wear socks all the time.
Okay, that's
So,
smart. Okay. I mean, I'd be
he's
fine with wearing
cute.
socks all the time to protect him from my
Yeah.
toes.
He's just like, "Hello, what's up? Hello. Hello,
See,
my
okay,
daddies.
that
Hello."
that's me a great alarm clock just hearing that voice say hello.
Yeah, "Hello. Hello, what's up, my daddies? Hello." And he, like, comes out of the egg. He's like, "Stop fighting." It's so cute.
That's
I'm saying yes.
adorable. No, I'm
I'm
saying yes
saying
too.
yes. Yeah. Okay. Next, Baby Grinch from How the Grinch Stole Christmas. Pros, he's cute. He needs protection from bullying. Cons, I'm not sure what he is. And he probably sheds.
I
I see you thinking.
yeah, cuz I'm not a huge How the Grinch Stole Christmas fan. I haven't seen the live action. I've only seen the cartoon.
Oh, you
So,
haven't seen the live action?
no, I just know that he turns into Jim Carrey.
Okay. I like the live action better than I like the
Okay, no,
cartoon,
no,
and
no, that
I don't know
it
if that's a hot take,
I don't
but
think it is. I just like they would just show the animated version in school
we
and I
should
just know
watch
that.
it. We should watch the live action
That would be
together. Like, we could do, like,
fun.
a Netflix party or whatever and
I'd be
watch it.
down with that.
That'd be so fun. And he also is raised by what I can only describe as old lesbians in this movie. So,
The great way of being
yeah.
raised.
Yes. Um, I'm saying yes.
I'm gonna say yes too because like doesn't seem like there's a lot of cons.
No,
Like
besides, like, he does grow up to be that, but I'm also like, I don't know if I protected him from bullying enough, because that's what pushes him over the edge to being the Grinch. So I'm like, I don't know if I protected him from bullying enough. Maybe he'd just be, this. Although the shedding might be a problem. I'm allergic to everything.
yeah, I'll take care of the shedding. I'll do the vacuum while
Yeah, I
you
like how in all these scenarios we've conjured up that we are collectively taking care of the child
Yeah.
together. Like, we are the parent. Um, okay. Yes. Baby Grinch. I'm saying yes. He's also funny.
Yeah, he seems more funny than like Beetlejuice. Like not
He is.
yeah.
I'm just gonna say this as somebody who does actually like Beetlejuice, I laugh out loud at this movie. So
Okay.
okay, next. Sync Baby from PT Silent. I'm just saying that because I love PT Silent Hills so much that this is going to be a yes for me anyway. But this is Sync Baby. Have you ever heard of or played or any like PT Hill Silent Hills?
I haven't. I know like I've
Oh,
heard of the game.
we're gonna do an episode where I'm gonna go
I
through
am
lore.
so down with that. So,
Because I was obsessed and they canceled it and I was like, because that's what the lore is. That's what the big deal is in 2014, they released this demo, and it's, like, the scariest game ever, and it's just a demo, and then they canceled the game, like, yeah, a year later, and there's lots of theories and lots of stuff, and I'll make an episode and
oh
we'll go
yeah,
through
totally.
it,
I'm down with this.
because it is lore filled, but pros, it talks.
Like in a good way? Like
It talks with an adult man's voice. I could
okay.
do some quotes, but I'm not going to right now. I wanna save it. I
Okay.
wanna save it for the episode that we do. He's iconic. Like, I mean, there are lots of people, I still see people to this day being like, "Sink baby." Like, um, he's low maintenance, he just chills. He is a fetus. So he just chills, and I think he's gotta be already dead, right? Because he, like, talks in adult man's voice. I mean,
Yeah.
I think it's funny because at the entire time you're playing, you're like, "Okay, so this is obviously, like, not his voice coming out," but then he says something where he goes, "And then dad goes and kills us," and I'm like, "Oh, that's supposed to be the baby." And I'm like,
Okay.
"Okay, I love this."
So is this like
Cons?
a Benjamin Button situation where it's
No, no,
like
no, 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 he's, like, a side character, like, we don't see any character besides, like, him and his ghost mother.
okay.
Uh, the demo we I that we'll just go
We'll just go.
we'll do it later. Cons is a literal fetus, lives in a grimy, gross bathroom. The bathroom's disgusting.
Okay.
Um, and he's scary, he's a little scary. It is
Ooh.
scary. His mom is a ghost, and, like, at some point in the game, you're looking in, like, the cracked bathroom thing where you can hear him crying, and you're like, "Is there a baby in there?" And then, because this is before you see him, and then the ghost mom who's terrifying, you can see her, like, come up and shut the door, and I'm like, "I don't wanna have to deal with that," but I'm gonna
Yeah,
say yes because he's Sync Baby, and I have to.
if like well, if you're parenting him, the ghost mom is not there.
That's true, but I don't know if he can live outside of the sink.
Okay, I'll just
Is he a ghost? I'm not sure.
I don't know. I mean,
He was cut out of the mother, I'm assuming.
yeah.
So does she come with it? Is it like a package deal?
I'm not sure.
He's
I mean,
cute.
I'm gonna still say yes because I feel like it would be funny to just talk to a
He
fetus.
does talk like an adult man, like, I
That I
have
just
to show you, like, a video after this.
that
I'm
just
saying
sounds
yes.
funny to me.
Sync
Yeah,
baby,
I'm
yes.
saying yes too.
Okay. Last but not least is newborn hybrid from,
Oh my god.
Alien Romulus. The reason this episode exists. Pros, can take care of itself. That's it. Cons, oh my god, horrific and bloodthirsty. So it's a no.
Yeah, that's a no
That
from
thing is,
me.
like, 12 feet tall.
Yeah. It's so cool also that that's like an actual person, like an
I
actor.
know.
I like that. It's
I
cool.
know, yeah. This thing, when it popped up, I literally out loud went, "No." When the scene happened when the scene happened and they turn around and he's just, like, there, I went, "No."
Mm-mm.
Nope, I'm good, actually. Um,
Yeah.
if it wasn't
Mm.
the end of the movie, I might have been like, "I think I'm done. I think I'm done with this movie."
That's why they saved it for the end.
Yeah, it's if you haven't seen Alien Romulus, first of all, go watch it.
Yeah.
Um, and
Love
second of
Alien
all,
Romulus.
prepare yourself for this thing because
Yeah.
it's so scary. Like, it doesn't even look that scary, but then you're watching and you're like, "This is scary."
Yeah, cuz like it doesn't look like that when it comes out of
No.
her, but then it takes like 5 minutes and it's like a fully grown.
It is kind of cute when it comes out of her, though.
I will
When
say
it's in
that,
that
but
little thing and it, like, sinks in the thing, I was like, "Oh, that's kinda cute." And then it was just sitting there in the next scene, and I was like, "No. No, 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 no. I'm good, actually."
yeah.
I don't know. I have no will to live. I could never be at a in a horror movie
No, me
because
neither.
I would just be like, "Well, it's my time." If I saw that thing, I'd be like, "I'm done." It's actually just my time to go.
Yeah.
But I would love to know your guys' lists out there
Yeah.
of who you said yes to. I said yes to Junior, Big Baby, Ada, the zombie babies, Paper Jam Dipper, Eliza Sue, Spike, the Homunculus, Baby Grinch, and Sink Baby. Yeah.
And then I said to I said yes to Deflated Pennywise, Junior, PJ, Dipper, Renesmee, Big Baby, Addie, Monstro. Is it Monstro?
Yeah, I've just been saying Eliza Sue.
Elizasu. Okay. Elizasu. Um, no, no. Spike,
Mm-hmm.
hum,
Oh, Humunculus.
Humnicurious,
Humunculus.
Baby Grinch, Sink Baby, and
Mm-hmm.
that's it. I think
Wow.
yeah,
We did it.
we did it, Joe.
We did it, Joe. I was super excited for this episode,
Yeah,
so
I was so excited when I found out. I was like, "Ooh, what's this episode gonna be?" And then I was like, "Oh, I forgot it's the baby one."
alrighty. Um,
Time to
are you
do the
doing
yeah, I do the
okay.
outro. Oh wait, we need to decide. Do we decide if it's a pop culture high or low?
Oh yeah, weird movie babies. Pop culture
Well,
high, pop culture low.
so I have conflicted feelings because I think you mentioned it in the beginning of this episode where like a lot of like horror babies are just from people's like inflaming not inflaming, but infantilization of like disabilities and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So like that's the low for me. However, as we see here that there's some good ones.
Yeah, there's some iconic ones that like yeah, I'm saying it's a pop culture high
Me too. I think
because they're
overall.
iconic.
Yeah.
They're iconic.
This is
Okay.
the yeah.
Yeah, pop culture high. All right.
Now would you parent all of them, some of them, or only a few of them? So
I
go
really want to
ahead.
know.
Yeah, we really want to know. So go ahead, geek out in the comments or over on our socials. Those links are in the description. And if you prefer to listen to this show on another platform, there are links to alternative platforms in the description as well. Also, follow Zive Media on all social media platforms for more great content. We'll catch you back here in the Hive next week, but until then, please take care of yourselves. We have been Hives and Lows.